Let's go ahead and take a look, Ricardo. I've got your work up right here. Let's just bring this into the window. And we'll go ahead and take a look. Okay, so a couple of things with the front of the poster. I think we're really lacking in contrast here. You've got white type on a yellow background, so that points to diminished contrast, making this a little bit difficult to read. Also, the title has not been kerned, so you definitely want to apply your rules of kerning here. I would mix a sans serif with this. I think these are two serif typefaces. Serif typefaces are really difficult to mix. I would just go straight sans serif on that. Don't forget your old style or reduced size on that, on your numbers. Also, don't forget that the typographic composition here has to be designed. Okay, so this is just basic typeset here, default typeset. But this needs to be designed. Theoretically, it's best to design introducing some sort of a visual attribute possessed by your laureate. Do you see what I'm saying? So right now, I don't see that anywhere in the composition. So even in your bio paragraphs, there's no mention whatsoever of the plants, using the plants. So the plants seem to be an arbitrary choice. I do believe that you had mentioned previously that her family was into farming, but that's not what she's known for specifically in the Nobel Award. So we need to draw some sort of connection between her accolades as a laureate and the way that we can visually represent that using type as image. Do you see what I'm saying? So we definitely want to design the title area. Okay, back of the poster. Let's go ahead and jump over to the back of the poster now. I got to fit that into the window. So we'll do that like this, and then we'll just reduce that a little bit. Okay, character count is too long. Right now, you're probably well over 100 characters per line of type. That's too long. Optimal character count, as we learned, is anywhere between 55 and 70 characters. Many believe 66 is an optimal number. Depending on your target audience, shorter lines for an older audience. This seems to be a pretty standard audience, so I would say anywhere between 50 and 70 characters. 66 would be optimal. If you have more than that, it's time to think about adding another column of type. Rags definitely need to be adjusted. The rags have not been adjusted. These look like default rags, so we definitely need to get in there and adjust those rags. We need to use old style numerals through the open type menu or reduce size accordingly. That's all covered in the tutorial located in the course announcements regarding old style numerals. Okay, you also want to use small caps where appropriate. Again, that's also covered in the course announcement tutorials. Timeline, again, other than the obvious, the fact that these plants, corn plants, or I'm not sure what they are, they really have no connection whatsoever to your anything written, anything in the bio information, or anything that's set up on the front of the poster. So this, to me, seems like a very arbitrary and random choice. That will be questioned in portfolio review. That will be questioned if this piece makes it to your final portfolio. In the situation where you're in an interview, a hiring professional will certainly ask the relevance of this. And if you don't have a good, solid conceptual answer, it's not going to fare well. You've got your basically we've got stacked type here. Okay, so one word on top of the other. We know that's not an optimal situation for typography. My recommendation is to left align and left align rag right your timeline entries. Do not center your timeline entries, because look at it does. It creates these really crazy, unusual shapes caused by the negative space. They're really distracting, so I don't recommend that. Okay, I know I've given you a lot to think about here, and that's cool though. I mean, first and foremost, we're looking for solid typography and good conceptual ties. So right now, I think we can strengthen the work in both areas. Okay, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. Thank you very much.